Alright, welcome to Jordy's Rocketry YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at, look what I just got in. Sticker shock, high quality stickers or vinyl wraps for the Gemini Titan. This is in a BT-80 size. The top part is perfectly right where it needs to be. This section here needs to be a little bit wider, so I'm going to actually end up, you'll see me cutting that and spacing that down. But here's the BT-80 Gemini. I've already done the engine tubes with the double bulkheads and then engine detail sets. I do need to put in the little the structure pieces to kind of finish that up. But then I have the BT-80 tube, which is about 19 inches. Overall, the engine area is about 3 inches, and then the nose cone is about 3.5 to 4 inches. So it plays out to about 28, 27.5 inches. So the sticker here, you'll notice that the bottom edge, the silver, oh, that's the top. I got to do it the right way. So the silver part here is kind of lines up at the top edge, and then you come down to about here. You'll notice that I have marks on the tube, and that my best guess from the actual photos that I have of the Gemini Titan 2 is the top piece is pretty consistent with that first blue mark, and then the white gap needs to be a little bit wider, and then the black, the top of the black actually comes down to about here. So that gap needs to be about that wide instead of this wide. That's the easy fix. You just cut it and do the top part first, clean it up, and then lay the black part on. And then you'll notice that the United States are kind of separate. Once this is on there, then they get overlaid over the top of that. And then of course, Sticker Shock 23, definitely recommend them for any of your stickers or wraps. And then they give you a bunch of little stickers for their company. I save these and put them on other things, but I don't normally put them on any of the rockets. Okay, so you'll also notice my stuffer tube for this one is just kind of setting aside. Currently I don't have one put inside there. What that does is it basically takes the parachute charge gases out of here and makes them more concentrated so that you don't have this whole volume of tube have to force the parachute out. You'll also notice that I don't currently have the 3D printed shroud or the actual capsule. That's because I sold one of these kits today on Etsy, and I had to ship out the parts that I had. But I'm printing them now. We'll do that in the next part of the video, or I'll edit that into this video somehow. All right, and of course I usually use Elmer's wood glue. It just seems to work. All right, so let's get to the sticker. You'll notice that my hobby bench has a tray here, and I have all sorts of tools right here ready to go. So we'll get out my X-Acto blade and my ruler with the cork on the bottom of it. First thing I want to do is basically just kind of slice this right down the middle so I can separate that white section. Oops, stay on the ruler, stay on target. Okay, that way I can get the top part on there. Okay, next step is to peel the protecting layer off of that. Actually, I want to do it that way, or do I want to leave it on there and then actually roll it on there? That might be a better way. So the other thing is about lining up the line, getting it perfectly straight. That way your sticker's not on there crooked. And then you'll see that in the edges if it's on there crooked. So this is kind of an important thing to focus on, pay attention to. So a lot of times I'll just peel off the edge. And then the grid on my cut mat, it's also a really good way of trying to get that edge and that alignment done. I'm going to kind of flatten this guy out here, put a ruler on it, line up, shoot with my grid, and it's stuck. Okay, back off, back off. Try that. Line the sheet up. Line the tube up at the top. Make sure it's straight on the mat. And alright, drop it on there. Alright, now we're just going to slowly roll it. The other thing is once you get it kind of started, you can see how it's kind of adhering. Handy dandy hobby wipers for vinyl cars. It's good to have those around. I rub that edge in to make sure there's no puckers. Try to make sure there's no bubbles is the big thing too. So that edge looks pretty clean. You'll see that pretty well. And then I'm going to kind of just slowly roll it and see how my little marks are a little off. So my gap might be adjusted even a little bit more now. Alright, so we're going to work our sticker around our body tube. Slowly peel the sticker around the tube, little bit by little bit. The stickershock23.com, check out their website if you do any model rockets and you want not to have to paint all these details on a rocket, but to have a vinyl that is really kind of a high quality product actually for a model rocket. It makes the rockets just that much better. And you can see I'm still kind of rolling it around the tube, slowly, steady. And maybe if I did it this way you can see it better. Not left-handed, but I can try it so we can see it on the camera. You also notice that I'm new to using the camera, so a lot of times I do my best, but sometimes it's kind of goofy. I might have to figure out how to put the camera somewhere else on the desk here. Okay, so now we've got the tube pretty well wrapped. It does look like it's going to overlay, so I need to peel the bottom part of this up and away from, so I need to get transfer paper away from the edge I'm getting ready to overlap. Does that make sense? Make sure you don't pull the sticker off the tube. Okay, so now see how that edge is now exposed? So the other part of the sticker is going to roll right on top of that. And I did pretty good. The alignment shouldn't be super duper obvious. Alright, so we're now overlaid. So our top graphic should be pretty much on the model. Now I got the transfer paper stuck to itself. That's fun. Alright, and now we get to unwrap the present and see exactly how it looks. Try not to damage the engine tubes. The Gemini BT-80 is a new scale. Oh, see, it's not quite lined up, so there's some details there that are going to be all out of whack. It's still going to be pretty though. The BT-80 size Gemini is a new scale for Jordy's rocketry. I have the BT-70s and I've sold probably 400 to 500 of those kits over the last 5-6 years. But I've had lots of requests. Initially I just did the clear fin ring kit for the BT-80s and just had them available on the Etsy or on the eBay. But I've been getting more and more and more requests for the Gemini Titan at a larger scale. So a couple of weeks back, a friend of mine that's on the Earthbound Martian he had got a few requests in from different people, so he brought it up again. He's one of my retail partners. He sells my products. I sell his products when I can. Mostly he sells my products and I produce for him. Maybe a subcontractor. I'm not sure how that works. All right. What do you guys think of that? That is starting to look fabulous, isn't it? Slow and steady wins the prize. All right. So, all in all, and you'll see these little bubbles and stuff. I'll come back and do a little pin prick and let the air out of those, or try to rub the air down into a particular seam. So the little wipers come in handy there. And with the stickers, there's certain parts that are not actually covered, they're cutouts. So you always want to kind of rub the air bubbles toward the cutouts. Get them to stick. You can use the felt side or use the... Yeah, there's some bubbles there I'm going to have to pop with a little. Yeah, so I got one little overlap that's kind of goofy looking, but all in all, that's a pretty good wrap. It's a little over on the top. I'll cut that back or wrap it down with the X-Acto blade. Clean up all these bubbles. Just, you do it by thumb or you can do it by... Okay, so let's work on this bottom detail. And I'm going to go grab my other rocket just down. So here's the BT-80 scale Gemini Titan 2. This is the rocket that I've sold about 400, 500 of. And you can see that the United States are kind of over that. But the thing that I'm looking at right here, and you notice that the tail fin rings can come off. That's kind of a neat little trick that I just developed. Alright, so this part here, you see the gap on this rocket. This rocket actually probably should have been about that much taller. That gap. This is the sticker shot that I got that sticker on for the smaller one. I might have to talk to the guy that makes the stickers and just let him know that that little gap needs to be moved down, or to let people know that they need to space it like we're going to do here. Alright, so it needs to go that way. That's the biggest thing. I'm going to go ahead and cut the United States off of this, just so that they're out of the way. And then we're going to do a wrap on that. Now you'll notice that the top wraps and the bottom wraps need to be aligned. So I'm going to figure that out. Let's slide this guy in here. Okay, that's not quite, and it's not exactly centered on that, so that's probably me goofing up the whole program. Anyway, we'll line the top and the bottom up. We'll deal with the engines later. So, same kind of deal. Peel back, get it lined up. This one is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to do a top lay. Do it from this side. Ah. There we go. Alright, and then that edge is kind of straight, so that's what I'm going to work off of. Alright, big trick here is to get it straight, rocket straight on the mat. Straight on the sticker. I want to leave a little bit of a gap at the bottom, so I want to do about there. And line that guy up there. Here's the trick. Where I get it all sticky. Yeah, I'm off. I'm way off. Alright, let's see if I can gently peel that one back and try to redo it. These stickers are really good quality, but you only get one shot, or maybe two shots if you're lucky. Alright. A little bit That'll be hidden under the sticker, so. Alright, let's revisit that thought. Alright, so I'm going to try to lock this tube in a little better. Use this ruler. And I'll use one of my little Sharpie guys. There. Okay. I want to put a little line right there so I can see where I got to start this guy. Alright, let's do this again. Alright. We're going to leave a gap at the bottom. You know what? I'm going to cut that edge off so I can actually see the edge. Putting the backing paper off so I can see that edge a little cleaner. So when I peel it off, the edge is the edge. Alright, so let's do it again. Put a bit of a gap at the bottom, a little bit of a gap at the top. Like that. As I can get it. Get all my stuff out of the way. Alright, here we go. And stretch and roll. Stretch and roll. That is close. Okay, so we got that overlap again, kind of here. I'm going to peel the backer up. Actually, this one might, since it's a pretty large area and it's just black or white, it should line up pretty well. Alright, get that bubble out of there. Pop the bubble, pop the bubble. Okay, now I'm going to roll that guy straight in. Oh yeah, look at that. It overlapped by 1/16, quarter inch, 1/8 inch, right out. Alright, so now a little bit of bubble there. A little bit more bubbles here and there, just kind of rolling them out with my thumb. I got my mark. I'm going to have to figure out how to clean that up and paint over it. Or I might just leave it there. People ask me what that's for, and I'll just say that's my special customization. Bubble there, roll that out. Alright. Bubble there, you can just take the tip of the X-Acto and make a little hole and kind of rub the air out of the bubble. Yeah, that's not bad. Needs a little bit of cleanup on the bubbles, but alright, what do y'all think? I gotta do the United States next, right? That's not bad. See, it's quite a bit bigger than the other one. Engines. You can put two double D engines in here. They've got the engine bulkheads. There's actually two of them glued in a row there to give it plenty of so that the engine blocks don't fly out through the top of the rocket when you push the trigger button to fire it. Alright, let's take a moment. Think about where these United States need to be. So it looks like they pretty much go down the silver part. There's a little silver gap here and here. And there's a dot and then a space. Let's check the other side. Is it the same idea? Yeah, the dot and then the space. So in that kind of pattern, you're looking for the dot and the space where the United States goes down. The other thing I'm thinking is maybe on this rocket, because that gap wasn't different, maybe the United States fit under that So you don't want it to come down on the black. You want to be able to read it. Oh yeah, look at that. So now it fits on the silver and the white. That's why that looks so goofy. That space, if I put it on this other rocket, made this rocket about an inch longer, that United States would have been silver to white. Look at that. You learn something new every day. Alright, let's get all this out of here. Alright, we're going to do one at a time. We're going to put it right under that dot in the gap. How's my video looking? Alright, so there's that United States. We'll do the other one in a minute. Alright. Peel the backing paper off. If I can get it. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Alright. Here's my dot and my space. Goes right underneath that. And it goes straight. Should be right in the middle of that guy. Should be right in the middle of that guy. Now let's do that. Is that in the middle? Nope. Light touch until you get it where you want it. Let's do it centered. Down the middle of that guy. There we go. Oh, that looks so much better. So much better. Alright, and kind of peel it at a 45. Be careful not to lift the letters. And there we go. These United States. Centered on that. It looks nice and consistent. Alright, let's do the last United States. And then I'll pause the video for a while, wait till we get the nose cone done. We're going to do a parachute build, a little bit of shot cord. I'm probably have to find a little bit more shot cord, that's a little short. And we'll put the stuffer tube in there. Actually, we'll glue the stuffer tube in. We might do that at the end of this video. Alright, let's take the United States out of here. Make sure your blade's tight. Gotta get a blade here pretty quick. Alright. Put a sticker shot on something. Anyway, you all see that? Sticker shot 23. Never fly naked. Alrighty, right. Maybe on that guy. Gotcha. Take it slow sometimes. We'll do it from this side. Alright. I'm going to do it centered on that guy, left and right on the white and the silver. Right down the middle. Not quite, gotta leave it off. That way. Down left and right. There we go. Alright. Rub that in. Peel it at that 45-degree angle so you don't lift the letters. A little bit lower. You don't get all the way out here pulling, you want to get like right up on the decals. Okay. Y'all see that? United States. There's the dot in the space. It's kind of centered there, but it's also centered on that, so it looks a little bit more professional. Same thing on this side. We're centered on this black bar. We're centered top to bottom on the silver and the black. We're underneath kind of the little dots. And there's the sticker shock 23s. Gemini Titan 2 BT-80 sticker application. Thanks for watching. If you get a chance to subscribe, like, and I think you have to click on the bell to get the updates. Y'all have a good one. I'll do another video here maybe in an hour or two when I get the other parts printed. Show you.